Welcome to tonight's special with the one and only Kevin Samus. You're watching the Late Late Table Show, and today here with me, I have the one and only AIDEN Lambert. He's an actor, writer, producer, but today, we're not going to be talking about movies or shows or animation. We're going to be talking about the end of the world. Are you ready, AIDEN?
I guess.
You guess? What do you mean you guessed? Okay, anyways, let's start with my first question for you. Do you know when is the end of the world?
I'm guessing billions of years away. I don't think we have an exact date.
Yes, we do. If you do the math, right? The sun, it's a fireball. It's burning. And right now, it's in its mid-age. It's barely at 4 billion years. Its life expectancy is 10 billion. We have 6 billion years left.
Okay.
Okay? And you're not worried about that? The human stop existing, dying? You're not scared of that?
Well, if we're going off of scientific stuff, every species only has like 100,000 years of life in the... So we'll be long gone by then.
We'll be long gone. Okay, but let's say with this new AI, let's get into AI technology before I start going crazy because I'm already getting upset. With this AI technology, everything's changing. Literally in the last 2 years, it went from AI just being Google Translator and small little things, and now it's making videos and helping make medicine.
Yeah.
So where do you think it's gonna go from here on?
I think it will start off kind of like how cell phones started off, you know, an everyday convenience, and then slowly just a distraction from the real world that's trying to keep you glued to it. You'll see it already with the ads that they're all starting to implement.
Yes. Okay.
You know.
Do you think we're gonna have AI robots? More like NASA just released a few days ago that they're gonna have AI robots build satellites so we can go to the moon? What do you think about that? That robots taking our jobs?
Well, I think in the context of NASA, that's okay. Spacewalks are very dangerous, but you know, I would not like a robot to go walk down the bowling alley lanes doing my job. So
I understand. Okay. Cool. So it's a mix 50-50, right?
Yeah, you know, if it can do something for me, great, but not taking something from me.
Okay, cool. So have you seen this robot that does the chores for you that you pay monthly $500 and it will walk your dogs, do your laundry, clean your house for you? Have you seen that one?
The one that like knocks over a bunch of stuff and
yes.
Yeah, I've seen it.
What do you think about that?
Horrible invention.
Okay, horrible invention.
Horrible.
But what if you're a busy man like you? You're an actor, you're a writer, producer, You're busy all the time. You're making movies in Hollywood, you're traveling. How are you supposed to clean your house?
I'll hire a person to do it because that thing has lit more fires than it's helped.
Okay, you're right, but what if no one wants to do it? Then who's gonna do it, right?
Then I guess I'm gonna do it because I'm not trusting that thing for shit.
Okay, so let's move on a few years from now, where people are worried about the end of the world, the sun getting too hot, exploding, the world,
a few years from
a few billion years, but let's say we're close, right? Are you in favor of space exploration? Here, let me get into this. Do you believe we ever went into space and went to the moon and whatever?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we absolutely did.
So you don't think there's like a bubble around the world that it doesn't let you escape?
No.
So space is real?
Yes.
Okay.
Space is real.
Okay. So do you think we'll ever be able to go to Mars?
Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's a planned launch in 2027.
Okay, cool. So if civilization is coming to an end, how can we survive this sun exploding?
I don't think we would have to survive it because we'd be dead for hundreds of
That's where you're wrong.
years.
That's where you're wrong, AIDEN. We need a leader, someone who's gonna help us get to where we need to go. And you know who that leader is?
No.
Right here. you're talking to him. I am the next leader, and I am gonna save you because this world is coming to an end. And then let me tell you my plan. It's crazy, right? We need to invest money on space exploration. Right now, we're not getting the funds we need. We're not getting the money, right? I'm not getting enough money to build a spaceship. And those spaceships that we have, they're not too advanced. They're just going to take it to the moon. That's it. We need to get out of this galaxy. How do you do that?
I would guess more funding.
Wrong. Well, yes, part of it. Yes. Oh, of course. Yes, you're right. Nuclear fusion. We need a nuclear reactor because that gives you kind of like infinite energy. And the rockets that we're using right now, it uses fuel, which when it runs out, that's it. But with the nuclear reactor, it's infinite energy. But right now we don't have the technology to keep that nuclear reactor because it gets too hot and it melts the metal.
So quick question. How exactly are you going to get propulsion from energy in space?
It's infinite energy, so...
Right, but your fuel still runs out.
No, it's infinite because it's basically a mini sun, so it never runs out. You just need the motors of the nuclear reactor to keep rotating, and you keep them rotating with the nuclear reactor. And that gives you infinite energy to get where you need to go. But you need enough energy to go light years. We don't have that technology there because we don't have enough money, investments, funds. So if you want to donate to me $1 billion, $2 billion so I can do it, we need $1 trillion. We don't have enough funding right now. But technically, I've done my research. It will be around $1 trillion for me to create this new technology so we can go to... You want to go to the Milky Way? We can go to the Milky Way, Andromeda, or whatever it's called.
We're in the Milky Way, though.
We are?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I mean, we can go to Pluto. Who wants to go to Pluto, right? I want to go to Pluto. Milky Way. I knew that. I was just testing you if you knew where we were. Yeah. You're right. But yeah, so I will be your savior. Probably people think that we might be dead in 1 billion years, but with AI technology, everything's changing where now we can implement it in the brain like Neuralink. And then at some point, according to my algorithm, according to my technology that I have, it's telling me that this AI thing, you're going to be able to upload your memory into USB and connect it to a robot. Like, have you seen the movie Hopper?
Yeah.
Where they move their brain or whatever into the robot?
Yeah.
That's what we're going to be able to do. And that's your infinite life. You're never going to be able to die because you're just transferring your whatever, your consciousness into a different body.
But at some point, doesn't that lose the human aspect and then the human race is already gone and dead?
But you're going to live forever. And that's better. Because don't you want to see your future generation of kids or family? Wouldn't you want to see that? Them prospering instead of everything stopping, not existing anymore?
Yeah, but like, take a desert. That was once lush. Now it's all sand.
Yes. It evolved.
Evolved, do you say?
Yes.
Elaborate.
Everything evolves. Dinosaurs turned into birds. They were this giant thing and now they're birds. Humans evolve. Sand, land, it evolves.
So a giant dry desert.
Of course.
Evolved.
Yes.
What benefits does it have?
It creates an ecosystem for the animals. Foxes, the snakes, lizards, they all need the desert. So the water drained and it created the desert for those animals. Evolve. Boom.
That's like the complete opposite though, because the creatures evolved for the climate.
What if both things evolve? The animals needed the sand instead of water, so the water evaporated and it made sand. Well, the sand was already there at the bottom, but the water went away. And the animals, that's what they wanted. It was too cold for them.
You know,
Evolve.
you might be right.
I am.
Your
I
plan
never
is
lose.
crazy.
My plan is crazy, but that's how I'm gonna save you guys. I'm gonna save the universe. We're gonna become a intergalactic civilization. A level. Do you know what a level 3 civilization is?
I'm familiar with it, yes.
We're gonna become a level 3 civilization. We're gonna send AI robots into space to create the satellites that we need to communicate when we're in other planets. Like, do you remember the Voyager?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When he went to Pluto, Jupiter, and he took pictures?
Yeah.
What if we go but before we go, we gotta send satellites so we can live there. I know it's toxic, we can't live in the planet, but we can live in its gravitational pool type of thing. You feel me?
Right. And so you just want to be like the Wall-E
Of course.
people? Okay.
Just in a spaceship going around. Wouldn't it be cool to go into a different galaxy? Do you believe there's life out there? What if we find life?
You know, that was going to be my next question.
Ask
What
me.
happens if there is other life out there? Are you going to, live it up like Star Wars, or are you going to try and world conquer all of them? Because
As the leader,
how do you know what health risks they pose to humans?
you're right. As the leader of the New World Space, Intergalactic Association, I will make peace with these people. I call them people because,
We all bleed red?
yes, of course. I will make peace with them. But if they're evil, war, conquer them. How are we going to do that? They might not be as advanced as us, or we might not be as advanced as them, but together we can defeat them. All we need is us. If we believe in ourselves, we can do it. We can achieve it. You just need that little push.
Right. And so, in the event that they're more advanced than we are, what's stopping them from just obliterating us?
Technology. They're not too advanced.
Right, but we're taking the example of them being more advanced.
Oh, if they're more advanced, then we can trick them, we can pretend to be this really nice, dumb humans that don't know anything. They'll feel pity for us and they won't destroy us. And then that's when we attack them. We take over their planet and conquer it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty solid plan, to be honest.
Yeah. Right. And how long exactly would you plan on doing that for?
Like how long would the war take, or us right now to becoming an intergalactic association?
Let's go with intergalactic association.
That will take around. Well, if you guys donate to me every single day, if the whole world is watching this and all of you donate $100, I can do this in a year. In 1 year from now, if everyone donates, we have how many people? 8 billion people. If 8 billion people donate $100, that's $800 billion.
Yeah, minus 100 for yourself, though.
You're right. 800 that's 1 billion. No, that's only $100. Wait, no, you're confusing me. No, that's only $100. It's still $800 billion. It's $800 billion. We'll be short 2 bit. I said $1 trillion, so never mind. I take that back. I need you guys. All right, listen to me carefully. I need you to donate to me today, $200, everyone, and we will become an intergalactic association, and we will be able to do this in a year. Because with that money, I will hire the best scientists. Okay, I will even hire you to help design the spaceship. And everyone who donates, I will put your name in the spaceship. And I'll give you a job. I'll make you the leader of something, but I'll give you a job too. And your name will be on the spaceship. And my spaceship will not be like those rockets. There will be like a Avenger type, Star Wars type ships type shit. Yeah.
So how exactly are you gonna, one, fit everyone's name into the rocket if 8 billion people give you money? And 2, how are you gonna give them all jobs if they gave you the money for funding?
Aiden, come on. The spaceship, it's huge. It's like this table type of type of figure, like the Falcon from Star Wars, right? It's huge. Their names is gonna be probably this. The AI is gonna burn it into the spaceship, which is this tiny. Every name, so 8 billion names will fit in it if everyone donates, of course. And then by jobs, I mean like people who don't want to go because I'm gonna send people. I'm going myself as the leader. I have to go, or just create an AI of myself and send him. But we're not gonna get into that topic. But I will send people who want to go. They're gonna be the commander, the chief of space war. They're gonna have different types, and then people who don't want to go will obviously hear our data centers for the AIs that are gonna go too. They need to be worked on. The satellites. We need people for that. So I'm gonna give them jobs. I'm gonna pay for their school with that money, and they're gonna learn this new stuff, and they're gonna help. They don't even gotta go to school. I just hire the people, the engineers, the data people, whatever. They're gonna get taught. No school. They're just gonna teach you how to do the job. And 1 week you'll learn how to do everything. Yeah.
Great. That boosts my confidence.
So it benefits everyone. It benefits you because I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna we're gonna become an intergalactic association. We're gonna meet aliens because my first mission, we got 6 billion years. It's a long time. My first mission as an intergalactic leader, I'm gonna send a spaceship with a crew. I'm gonna send them into another galaxy to find life. And I'm gonna make first contact.
So what's your timeline for events?
Well, if everyone donates, like I said, in a year from now, not even humans, I'm gonna say AI robots because I don't want to risk life because life is precious. So I'm gonna send the AI robots. That's what we need to use them for, to find new life. Once we find this new life, we're gonna communicate, trying to translate with Google Translate to see if maybe they understand. Who knows? Maybe some sort of language that we can create between us and that new life form, and try to bring them over here. If they're more advanced, let's share technology. I give you this, you give me this, and we become friends. Or maybe they're so advanced that they already have the technology that they come to us and take us to their galaxy.
Why would they want to take anyone to their galaxy?
Because they want to learn about us and we want to learn about them, so we can both experiment with each other.
I see. And just to get this straight, you want $1 trillion for this. Actually, $1.6 trillion for this.
Yes. Because we need to create we need to pay the people. I need to pay myself, of course, as the leader. I need to get paid. We need to pay for the spaceships, for the technology, for the AIs, to create the nuclear reactor, to pay for my mansion, my cars, my debt, and the debt that I'm getting into with this too. So, yes.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, you said debt?
Yes, everything. 1.6 billion is to create it, right? But then I took a loan to pay for that. So now I got to pay the loan, and it has interest. It has a 20% interest rate. So I'm in debt. So that money will help pay for that debt.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. And why are you doing this? What's the imminent threat to humans? Because if we have 6 billion years, why do it today? Why not tomorrow?
Why do it tomorrow if we can do it today? We're losing time every day. Every day that we don't advance, Aiden, listen to me. Every day that we don't advance, we're losing time. We're losing life. We need to do this as fast as possible.
But we have 6 billion years.
6 billion years is not enough time. If it took us over 100,000 years to create the first spaceship, how are we supposed to create a spaceship that's supposed to travel to other galaxies in 6 billion years? That's not enough time. Why would we wait until the last second if we can do it now?
Because the last second is statistically how well humans do things. That's why procrastinators get so much done.
Who says I'm a human?
Are you AI?
Am I in a... Of course I am, Aiden. No, I'm not. But who says I'm a human? What if I'm a Nordic? I'm an Anunnaki, a different type of race? Because do you believe that... I was watching this video. There's us, the continents. But then after... Why doesn't the government let you go to Antarctica?
Because it's dangerously cold and the polar bears are very good hunters?
Wrong. Because after the wall, after the Antarctica wall, there's other continents. That's where this other civilization supposedly live. So if we become friends with them, they'll give us their technology, and it can also help us go in space travel.
So you're saying there's other countries beyond Antarctica, like
Continents, yes.
Yes, sorry.
Correct, yes. Because we don't know the names of those countries yet. At least I don't.
How are you... Do you know how many other continents there are past Antarctica?
Let me... Hold on. My antenna's telling me 50. 50 more continents. Atlantis, that's one of them. And there's many more that we still need to connect with. Yeah.
50 continents. Are they like roughly the same size as the current ones that we have?
Some are bigger. It really depends. Because where are the giants? Where did the dragons come from?
The imagination?
Wrong. They existed, but that was their other continents. They're over there.
So how come we don't have dragons over here anymore then?
Because the government is blocking everything from there to come over here and us from going over there.
Right, but like the government wouldn't have that kind of power up until very recently, especially if you like to point out 100,000 years for the first spaceship to... So how do they have a wall that blocks dragons that...
Well, it's too cold there, so obviously dragons, they can't go through a cold place because then they're cold-blooded. They'll just pass out and just lay there. So technically,
breathe fire.
They breathe fire because their blood is cold-blooded. So, and Antarctica's like -50. That's too cold. So they'll freeze and they'll die. So they can't come in anymore.
So are you telling me that Antarctica is not even a real continent, but rather something the government made specifically to block them?
No, the government didn't make it. It was already there. It is a continent, but that's the bridge between them and us. And the government found that out because they have negotiations with the people from the other side. So they made a deal. They cannot come over here. We cannot go over there. So that's what it's stopping us.
So,
but I'm not going to get into more detail because it's obviously confidential. I don't want to talk about that. It's really
but I had
secretive.
Another question.
Ask it. Maybe I'll answer it. Maybe not.
So how did dragons come here before the government set up the agreement? Because they would still have to go through Antarctica if that's the bridge.
Of course. Before we became smarter, obviously, you believe in fairies and magic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There was portals. They came through the portals. But then once humans started getting more advanced, more technology, all the magic people, all the fairies, all the wizards, they closed the portals and they went away.
Uh-huh.
I might sound delulu, but I'm telling the truth. You might think I'm lying, but this is the truth.
Okay. So, on that note, what's your Venmo? I'll Venmo you the 200.
Thank you. So, thank you very much, Aiden. So, my last thing for you guys, okay? We ask you for a small donation of 200. Yes, very tiny. It's not gonna impact you at all. A small donation of $200 to help us save humanity. If you don't, then we might not live for long. We got 6 billion years left to live. If you don't donate, you will not make an impact. But if you donate, you will impact us in a good way. In a way for us to go intergalactic and make me the leader of the Intergalactic Association. And he will be the co-intergalactic leader of the association. And we will make contact with new life. So donate today. Any last words, Aiden? Am I Delulu? You think I'm crazy? Any feedback?
Makes perfect sense. Donate today.
I'm always right. Thank you for watching the Late Late Table Show. Next week, we'll have someone more Delulu than me, I guess. I have no clue who's going to be the next guest. It might be someone crazy. It might be an actor. But before we leave, let me interview Aiden real quick. Yeah. So as an actor, how has it been recently? You've been filming a project. What's your experience? Do you love it? Do you hate it?
I love it. And for the first time in a long time, I've enjoyed acting again.
That's what I like to hear.
It's been good getting to know good people.
Exactly. Yes. That's why go watch my movie Intergalactic, because everything what we talked about, it's not real life. It's a movie. And it's coming out pretty soon. It's called Intergalactic Leader. But if you still want to donate $200, donate it. It will help me a lot. It will help me a lot. $200, 1 billion people, 8 billion people, make me the first trillionaire. Just saying. If you want to. But anyways, thank you for watching the Late Late Table Show. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much.